The fate of Division 3 lays firmly in the hands of the Kings of Rugby as they look to the second round of matches in Division number 3. They're up against Ionix, a team they thrashed 41-0 in round number 1. Hello everyone and welcome along to Kings of Rugby, the Rugby 18 career mode. We are looking to take out the world with the Kings of Rugby. You see the team on screen there, just the one change from our regular lineup has Tommy Bowe starting in the midfield with all the missing loan players we have in the side. Ben Boddicker lines up for Ionix, an interesting man, as well as Mitch Inman, the former Australian Western Force player, if I'm not mistaken, starting for Ionix. Here is Daniel Carter, back to his favourite number 10 jumper as we look to get this round 6 matchup underway. Kings of Rugby versus Ionix. And underway we go, and a good tackle straight away from the Kings of Rugby, and a flat pass away from Ionix, and it's a big tackle straight up as it's a turnover by Mbanabi, and they'll run it to the right. It's there for Rico Ioane. He shrugs away from one, and he gets in a bit of a tussle with the open side flanker from Ionix. Here is the run from, Tommy Bowe. His first start in number 9, or the number 12 jumper, I should say. Goodness me, I'll get it out of there eventually. And turnover for Ionix. They've done very well there. Here is Carter getting away from one tackler. But there's a good runaway there as he's bumbled to the ground and kicked away now. And it's there for Matt Banahan. A bit of a tussle, Matt Banahan with their midfield jumper as well as he breaks away from one. Matty Bannon's thrown them all. Banahan for the line. And Banahan will score. A big celebration dive. And that was reminiscent of a Chris Ashton special by the big winger. Well, it was only a matter of time. The speeds get away from the fullback, who put in a tame attempt to put Matty Banners down. But the big dive at the end is a critical way to finish that perfect movement from Matt Banahan. He broke one tackle and he streaked away for the remaining 30-odd metres to score the opening try of this matchup. So plenty of wingers in the squad here today. Of course, got Pietz out the back as there comes the Mexican wave. Look out, folks, it's coming past the uprights. Oh, goodness me, the entertainment here at the Kings of Rugby Stadium is immense as the conversion flies over and they all go up for the wave of enjoyment. You could call it maybe a Carter conversion. Here is the kick-off by Ionix, and Danny Kerr thumps this away down towards the 3-metre line on Ionix side of the field, and some good passing there. Spelt finds a way, but Carl Sinclair is to the task, and that's a great little run, and they carve through the middle. Carter's back there as is Kerr. Everyone's trying to chip in, but Dan Carter's got there. He gives a flat ball away, looking for someone. Johnny Gray gets it. He bumbles his way out of one. He gives to Scott Higginbotham. Breaks through one, ankle tap. Heads up towards halfway. Now Danny Kerr just hacks us upfield. Well, we've got an offside penalty. It's going all the way back. Kerr really hacked that one away. And what are they going to do here? It's over 50 metres. It's surely too far, and yes, Daniel Carter will instead go for the safety touch. Well, nowhere near where he intended that to go. But they will take the line out. Look for, what are we going to look for? Probably a full 7-man line out for this one for the Kings of Rugby. Line out's the one that can really help you or hinder you. Mbanabi will throw. He's got big jumpers all around the show. And he goes to the back, and eventually they changed their mind. Now they've gone to the front. Well, goodness me, who knew where that was going? I didn't have an idea at all. Dan Carter, one-on-one. Daniel Carter through the middle. Looks to use the wheels. Carter, he's over. What a try. Daniel Carter, that is pure class. This was amazing. And Mbanabi right up there to give him the big props as well. This was special from Daniel Carter. What's this? From the set play, Kerr goes away, it's flicked out. He was up against the back rower and amazingly beat him for power. Look at this, really used every inch of the park that he could. And he beat one attempted dive. The fullback come across and just got the ankles, but it wasn't enough. It was good play. The line out was immaculately placed. And look at that, a big charging run from the little man, Daniel Carter. Look at him go. diving players all over the show. But it is the charismatic, the amazing, the legendary Daniel Carter who finishes in style. Yes, such a fantastic player to watch. And he gets another try in a Kings jumper. He really is pulling on all the points here for the Kings of Rugby. Another conversion, 14-0 the score, and Onyx, as expected, steering down the barrel of another thumping, and that one's been picked up nicely from Ty Byrne, and he charges forward, as we know he does so well. It's there for Danny Kerr, who, well, that has been brutally charged down, and once again, the Kings of Rugby will have another penalty, and they will look for the option of touch. Carter, well, he's hacked that a long way. That is a huge kick from Daniel Carter. Just gets it out the full, and it's gone all the way. Just about to the 22. What an amazing kick, and this is pretty reminiscent of the last set-piece try that the Kings just scored. Where do they go? Looking to the back. That is interesting. And they're looking to maul it, which is very unlike the Kings. Quickly it's out, though. Kerr goes short to Henderson. Away to Scott Williams, who charges through Scott Williams. Players all over the ground. It's a quick pick and go here from Kerr. Kerr looking to shimmy through. He does. Oh, he's lost the ball, though. That's surely a knock-on. It's... No, not called by the ref. It's play on. As the kick away from Onyx only goes as far as Matt Banahan. Oh, who gets a hefty shot. Body and all on Matty Banners. It's away to Scott Williams, who charges away from one. He breaks out of 2, 3, 4. Scott Williams put it away. That was dangerous. Wide, Henderson. Sickler keeps it open for Bow away to Rico Ioane. Ioane looking to back himself. He's taken. And a very good tackle. It is there for Carter, who goes to Johnny Gray, who hasn't had much to rejoice this season, apart from the success of his team. Another short one away to Tommy Bow. Nearly in the side bow, he's driven backwards. Here is Danny Kerr looking for a little bit of an opening. Danny Kerr! Oh my word, that is something special from the littlest man on the paddock. Looked wide, saw the opportunity, saw the opening, and took it with 2 hands. Great try, Kerr, and the Kings of Rugby extend their lead. Dive pass short. That gave Tommy Bow an opportunity. And look at this here. He went wide and he thought, no, I've got a wee opportunity here. He swept away the would-be tackler, who was looking wide as well. Tried to catch that little last grasp of Kerr on his way by, but Kerr just helped him on his way. This is beautiful. Watch this attempt here. It was weak, it was lame, it was no get out of the way. Then he just gets away for an attempted ankle tap from his opposite, number 9. And then it was a good tackle at the end that just drags him over. We are seeing a lot of good tries here, as it looks like we've got an Ulster flag in the background. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a bit of a King symbol with Ulster. I'm not sure what's going on there at all. Here is Daniel Carter. Oh, slithers it close to the left-hand upright, but over it goes. Another superb kick from the legend. Deep kick-off this time from Onyx, and Rico pops a pass away to Kieran Brooks. Keeps it alive, Brooks. And now we look through in Banabi, out to Bow, keeping it nicely alive as Dan Carter gets the open option, and Carter running free now. Who's he got linking up with him? He looks for the kick. This is something Kings really do like to play, but not very often it comes off in their favour. And Banabi has work to do, and he does very well too in Banabi. It's there for Brooks, who's, well, look one way, he's lost the ball there, however, and it's been picked up from Tommy Bow. Intercept, well played from Tommy Bow, as Banabi could have got himself there. Gets away nicely to his big second row partner. Here is some good work through the back. Sickler away to Matt Banahan, and a little bit of confusion as to who was going to take that one up. Issa, wide, Gray, keeping it open, keeping it options there, and that's just about intercepted. In fact, he does come away with it. And for Kundu Issa says, get this out of here. We are going nowhere. Advantage is there with the Kings. And with time up on the clock, you would imagine they will just hack this one Straight to touch. Dan Carter, he's got it there, and he swivels to his left and hammers that one over the sideline. The referee calls half-time. It is the Kings of Rugby leading convincingly here over Ionics, 21 points to 0. Just 3 tries, but they are halfway to that 41-0 scoreline they thumped them by in round number 1. Of course, they will be on 42 if they double this, so plenty of expectation going on with the Kings today. 3 tries, 3 conversions, only 7 tackles. It is Ionics doing all the work, and really, with the situation as it is right now, let's bring on some changes. I like the work of Makazula Mapimpi. Rico has been pretty ineffective today. Tommy Bowe, let's move him on to the wing. No, we can't do that. Let's bring Billy LaRue on in the midfield, since he is actually a centre. So we'll bring him in there. I'm not going to bring any of these other mugs on. It's always fun to see Anton Guliman on the field, so let's bring him on as well. Kyle Singler's had a quiet one. And no, push the right button, you idiots. There we go, field order changes, 21-0, should be in the bank. Let's see what the second half brings us, 21 Zippo. It is the Kings of Rugby. Running away with this one at the moment is Dan Carter, hoofs this one. Long, very long. And it's returned by Ionics, and it's there for Charles Piatow, who just looks for a little chip over the top. It's not bad. Oh, Piatow! Charles Piatow with an absolute corker. That is class. Absolutely phenomenal from Charles Piatow. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. A little chip over the top, regathered, and it was goodbye, good night, Charles Piatow. That is sublime, absolutely amazing from the Kings fullback. Wow, that is one of those ones you will take with you into retirement as a career highlight. That is for sure. Dan Carter, well, he should be absolutely, what's the word to describe it, stunned, shocked, but elated with that performance from Charles Piatow. Well, I don't think I've mentioned his name hardly. He's put up an absolute stunner and scored their 4th try, their bonus point try as well against Ionics. Just as superb stuff from the Kings. And they extend their lead even further. 28-0 now over Ionics, and a big kick again. Oh, set to bounce. Dangerous. They look out wide, and it's a good play too. Oh, this is excellent from Scotty Williams. Billy LaRue is on the field. Denny Kerr goes to Carter. Takes the hit. Oh, this is good work at the moment, finding room for Johnny Gray. Almost goes through. Looks like my loose here. We will indeed. Ionics in the ball back. Umanami's offside. No one really knows what's going on here. It was all a bit hanky-panky as the ball bounced around between players. Now they look out, a little bit of width, and they bust through one tackle out. And they lose the ball. That's almost an intercept, but not caught. Let's see what the call is here. He looked a bit offside. Well, he's tried to intercept it. And the big loose head prop has lost his marbles and dropped the ball. Could have been interesting there. Scrum feet to the Kings of Rugby. Denny Kerr gets a camera going straight through his chest, which is rather interesting. The crowd get a little bit of a second attempt there as they go silent for a mere second and return in full voice. It's the Kings feed through Denny Kerr. And charging forward. This is an area that they've dominated all comers. And that continues once again. Kerr, he'll run it out. Denny Kerr, that's great work. Gives it away to Billy LaRue. LaRue's in behind them. LaRue leaving them for dust as well as the would-be tacklers fall away. LaRue kicks in the corner. Oh, Billy LaRue! Almost as spectacular as what we just seen from Charles Piatow. But my goodness me, Billy LaRue had done that perfectly. Broken the line, ran out of a bit of puff, just put in the perfect touchwinder, and he puts them about 8 metres from their own line. Billy LaRue take a bow. That was something out of the top drawer. Where they go? To the back, and we haven't even gone up for that at all. The kick is coming in, it's been picked up, and Banabi coming around after line out, gets the ball away to Johnny Gray, who's held up, and a good tackle there too from the Onyx to fly half.
Ball's out.
Made them pay. Here's Tide Burn.
Advantage is over.
Advantage is over as it's come out wide for Matt Banahan. Another one for the big winger on the right. Matty Banners gets a double. And that one was a bit simpler from the spectacular we've seen from Charles Piatel. Big tackle there. And there was Burn away and through the backs. A couple of tackles, taking up space, but safe and comfortable. Oh, and throw the ball into the Onyx player's face. I love that. A bit of aggression from Matty Banners as well. Have a look at this. Through them they go, and it was too easy, but look at this. Get out of my space. Bumfa. Right in the kisser. Well, it's been one-way traffic as we expected. 41-0 in the first leg. This is the second, and it's 33-0. Soon to be, I would expect, 35-0. One try away from getting that highly coveted 40-point margin from the first round. Dan Carter makes no mistake. 35-0 it is. One try to go to beat that first round score. Not messing about here. And I don't know what is quite going on there, but the kick has gone up as Piatel not really interested too much in running here, but Onyx have got it back. Oh, there's two pinpoint textbook tackles from the Kings of Rugby. Piatel's back up after having a bit of a stuttering run. He is there in defence as Onyx continue with the ball. Now they've got it. Oh, very well played there from Denny Kerr as he kicks away from the touchline he was at. Oh, Carter missed the tackle, and away go Onyx. They've kicked over the top. Piatel running back, and Piatel has to double back on himself. He's got a pass away to no one. It's all a bit messy at the moment from the Kings, but they start to straighten up, and they start to get forward momentum. Anton Gulliman is out there, and he takes the tackle. Denny Kerr inside his 22, looks for the safety and touch, but does not find it. He only finds the Onyx fullback who's kicked that over the head of Piatel. And it skips along the dirt. Back there, Charles Piatel looking for a return of that. Oh, that first try he scored. Gotta love it when the trick comes off. But this time he's run straight into a player and the ball, oh goodness me, he's tried to do too much there at once. He's bumped aside. The Onyx fly half and drop the ball at the same time. So here's an opportunity now for the training side to score their first points over the two 80-minute periods. 35-0. That's right, that is the score. And Onyx have a scrum. Not too far from the Kings line. We are struggling on this one though. Now we're getting it right. Onyx is falling apart. And the Kings of Rugby, they take over this big forward pack. Definitely one of the strengths, and Danny Kerr doesn't care where it goes. He just smashes it straight down the middle of the park. A bit messy on the pass here. But look who's over it straight away. It's Kieran Brooks. And away it's gone. Oh, to Tide Burn. Why is he even kicking? I'm not sure. But it will set back now. The player going backwards is definitely a weakness for the Kings of Rugby. As Onyx look to take this opportunity back. Oh, what a spot tackle! That was Tommy Bow. I think he has absolutely killed the man. A little grubber kick through here from Scott Higginbotham, and Scott Williams is chasing alongside it. The two Scots combining in attack, but not in defence. Oh, not a maul. What a letdown. Almost go make a cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is your poison of choice is. But the Kings will just hold this up. Have a little 5-metre passage, whatever. Let's get on with the game. Now we see it. Here we go. They wind up for a big pass, but it goes nowhere. Oh! Getting away from one defender there. That was well played. It's a turnover. It's a turnover for Denny Kerr. He's hacked that up. Mbanabi's chasing. I'm not sure what he tried there. It wasn't supposed to go quite like that. As straight into contact go the Kings. And Onyx had the ball back. Advantage is up. I'm not sure why. Well, there is quickly over though. The Kings obviously offside, I presume. As Onyx come once again, storming into the 22 almost.
Ball's free.
But they hold on to the ball. Denny Kerr going nowhere, and they just about get intercepted. Higginbotham hits the ruck. They go short. They keep it short before going to the midfield. This could be a turnover. Oh, offside. Pretty sure the ref said it was, well, they're going to end this. That has gone dead goal. That is a terrible kick for touch. I have not seen anything quite so bad in all my time for the Kings of Rugby. Well, doing what they would have done anyway was Ionics, and it's all over. The Kings of Rugby doing it simply quite easy. Well, that last 20 minutes was all the visiting side as they did not crack the 4-0 margin. 35-0, the final score. But it was the Kings of Rugby over Ionics as we continue our trend, continue our thumpings over these weaker sides. Look at that though. We only made 7 first half tackles. I think they only made 10 in the second. And we made about, 15. So, goodness me, it was a complete turnaround of halves as it was 21-0, I think, at halftime. We only added 2 tries in the second. Ionics obviously adding nothing but disappointment to this whole league. But 35-0. A decent second nudge there from the visiting side. But the Kings, they march on. So the 6th victory for the Kings of Rugby in the bag. And you can see now by this we are up against Biarritz on the road for our 7th game of the season. We see our last final matches all fit now on that last page. The Kings up against Biarritz, and then we are up against Purple Island before facing Grenoble and Gloucester for our final match. Gloucester, once again, and still are our only real rival. They did drop their first game, not against us, but they've lost 2, I'm pretty sure. How do I see this? All fixtures. Pretty sure they've dropped, they've actually dropped 3 matches, which is a bit of a surprise. They could have really been up in the running for this one. They have played an extra game, though. There's 7 now that Gloucester have played. They lost to Perpignan, wow, who are last. Goodness me, Grenoble, who were last when we played them, are now up to 3rd. So the whole table's taking a complete twist as sides start to get their finishing places in order. The team, well, nothing's going to change now. I think we've done enough to put ourselves into the next league, but we'll put these guys back to how they are supposed to be. We'll put Rico back on there. We'll put Tommy Bow back. I mean, he's only 8 better than Villy LaRue, but I mean, speed-wise, there's a big difference between those two. So Tommy Bow, I don't think we hardly mentioned him during the game, but I mean, we'll probably bring on the likes of LaRue, Mapimpi, maybe a Lucan as well for a bit of a throwback to the first few seasons. Kyle Sinclair, he was the other one we brought on, wasn't it? Or took off, I should say, for Anton Gulliman. There's the team back to starting 15. Now, we look pretty hot. We've just got 4 games left to, I always push that wrong button, to sort ourselves out and to climb back into Division number 2. Back towards where we belong. They're footing out the Kings Rugby, 8 points ahead of Gloucester and cruising to the Division 3 title. That is today's episode done and dusted. We're in the blue, well, I mean it's green technically, but it's almost blue of financial ability. 5k in the bank. We'll keep that till the end of the season and see how much we can spend before our season in Div 2. But until then, thanks for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the Rugby 18 content in the last few matches of the 3rd Division. Until we meet again for the next game against Biarritz, thanks for watching, and as always, take care.